eye of newt, and tongue of a cat. It's time for a review from this old bat. Meowdy boys and ghouls, and welcome to the new Mew Review. And today we're going to be taking a look at Camp Wannakiki Season 3 Episode 6. The Camp Spirit Badge. Now, before we get started, as you can see, our beloved Ernestine is going through some changes. If you ask me, she's badly in need of a depilatory cream, y'all. Honey, you got a little something up here. At any rate, we're going to let her go to the beauty parlor and get all that sorted out. But thanks for stopping by, darling. All right. Now, before we get started, I also would like to tell a little ghost joke, okay? So, why can't ghosts make babies? Because they have Halloweenies. Get it? Yes, you had to wait 2 years for this kind of bullshittery. Get over it, y'all. Anyways, as we get started with our episode, the Sugar Baker twins are doing this kind of Macbeth meets Hocus Pocus witchcraft thing going on. And they're casting spells, and I was taken in by the magic and the hilarity. It was quite funny. The skit was really quite good. After this skit, they brought out the campers, and what was in store for us this time? Well, if you remember, last season for Camp Spirit, we had to do a cheer. Well, this time they changed it up a little bit, and they had to do a drag pumpkin carving contest, y'all. So what they had to do was each camper got a pumpkin, and they had to carve it and make it look drag in some way, you know. Some of the campers got into it a little more than others, but at the end of the competition, Queen Faraz took top honors because that pumpkin was dragged the house down, y'all. It was very cute. She even put a little turban on there, which is kind of her signature look. And the pumpkin was, yeah, it was cute. So, a well-deserved win from Queen. After this, shenanigans ensued, and then we went into the talent show. Let's get down to these looks. First to the stage, we had Queen Faraz, and Queen Faraz was doing a blackbird. What the story was that she had been bitten by a pelican, and that somehow through all this shenanigans that she had turned into a blackbird. What can I say about this look? I liked parts of it and parts of it not as much. There was a black ruffled, what I like to call a pageant coat. However, it was it did represent the whole feathery thing, so I was there for that. The paint was right with God. It was just beautiful. The hair was great. But underneath the outfit, she had this kind of a yellow plaid suit on, which really didn't make sense in terms of the story or the look. I just didn't really get where that was coming from. So there was some good and some bad to it, but I didn't think it was a terrible look. And I was there for the story. Next up, we had Shani This Gig, and Shani This Gig did she did Whitney Houston. Okay, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I was there for the Whitney. But the story, what I'm seeing with Shani is, yes, the Sugar Bakers hit the nail on the head when they said that some editing is needed on those stories, because even though some of the looks were not terrible, the stories just went all over the place, and by the end of it, you were so confused, you know. It was a little bit of bibbidi-bobbidi-boo going on, and then we went over here, and there was some sha-la-la-la-la-la, and I don't know, it just was running wild. You know, the look was a little bit simple, but, you know, it was Whitney, and I was kind of there. I thought it was original the way she went for the story, but, yeah, the story did kind of meander. After that, we had... Oh, I need my glasses on today, y'all. I got Glitterama. Oh no, we got Bohemian Rhapsody doing La Llorona. Okay, for those of you not familiar with that, it's a Mexican folk tale about this lady who drowned babies in a river after her husband cheated on her. And, it's a tragic and scary story. The look was fire. I don't care what nobody says. There was all kind of construction and all kind of details going on. It was fabulous. The critique that she got was that it was too literal. The campers were supposed to do an original ghost story. So this was kind of like more of a literal take on a story that was already in existence. So it wasn't exactly new. There were some elements added to it, but yeah, the story was not as original as anyone would have liked. That being said, the look was just, there was so much to it. There was like this flowing blue and white gown. There were babies attached to it. There were these bejeweled nails with chains. There was a headpiece with babies all on it. It was, the look was right, but the story was a little bit too smart, maybe, and needed to be a little more original. Next to the stage, we had Lucy Couture. And Lucy Couture was doing this kind of a murder debutante rich woman thing. I don't know, for me, what it was a reverse Marie Antoinette look for me. And I'm going to be honest, I love you, Lucy, but here's the thing. From the neck up, I was like getting it, the makeup was right. There was a bullet hole in the head. There was paint. There was a little neckerchief kind of thing with blood on it, and there was blood in the gunshot wound. However, from the neck down, it was a white suit. I just didn't see the continuity through the whole outfit. If she had got shot in the head, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been that clean. I could be wrong, but it just looked like two different stories were going on. And it wasn't, I think maybe had there been some blood splattered on the costume, I would have liked it more. But as it was just kind of a face paint with the story. Okay. Next up, we had America Powers. And America Powers was doing this the tamale lady, okay? And so what it was that her story was that she, when she was a youngster in school, that she had decided after being picked on by people that she was going to enter this spelling bee. I was sure that was going to be her chance at redemption. Well, the word that she got was tamale, and she ended up spelling the end of it with a Y instead of an E. Which caused her great grief, and she ended up locking herself in this little truck and died or whatnot. The face was kind of Dia de la Muertos thing going on. There was a mask that had been glued on to her face with some jewels all on it. It was truly frightening. There was a big hat. There was a wig in the front, which gave a reveal to the face. There was a little kind of a dress thing going on. It was cute. There was a complete story there. So I was there for this spooky. Next up, we had Geneva Convention. And Geneva Convention really surprised me this week. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because my kind of interpretation of horror, or my understanding of it, is usually given to more like a Gothic or Victorian or whatnot. That's just what I like. That being said, Geneva came out in this kind of pastel gore fantasy, and I was living for it. When she first walked out on this stage, my thought was like Lady Gaga meets Sherry Lewis or whatever, because she had this kind of an art pop face thing going on. There was all kinds of colors off in it, some stitchery and whatnot. The paint was right. She had a wig that was cute. She had this kind of an arm piece that was made up of all these stuffed toys, which ended in the spookiest damn little hand puppet lamb sheep thing you've ever seen in your life. It's still giving me nightmares, y'all. I'm just shuddering thinking of yeah, that was really terrifying. And the story that went with it was that was a child who was lonely and went to summer camp to seek friends, and then the campers picked on her because of her stuffed toys, and at night she made a wish. And be careful what you wish for, y'all, because it kind of came true. All the campers melded together in this horrible monstrosity doll thing that was on her arm or whatnot. Totally original story-wise, totally great concept, and the look was right. I was totally blown away by this one. And thank you, Geneva, for bringing a different interpretation of the whole horror thing to this old cat's eyes, because I'm still spooked out by that damn hand puppet girl. That was just it. Wow, is that everybody? It is. Okay, so after that, they went backstage and the judges deliberated. The top two were called out this week, and it was America Powers and Geneva Convention. They both got a chance to talk a little bit about their looks, but at the end of it, it was decided that America was the winner. I liked America's outfit, and there's no shade at all to this, but in honesty, my personal favorite was Geneva, just because it was so original, outside the box, and there was a head-to-toe look, just everything. I was there for it, and I'm still creeped out about it. So that would have been mine. But yeah, America ended up winning top one honors. Congratulations on another win this week. In our bottom three, we had Queen Faraz, Shani Disgig, and Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay, this one I had some feelings on, and I'll just put it this way. Even though Bohemian's story was a little too literal, there were some other looks I think that were much less than. And my thing is, if Bohemian had used one of the looks that she used in a prior episode, she's a spooky queen. She came out at one time and did this kind of a sleep paralysis Sandman thing or whatever that was candy coated and all that. That would have been perfect for this challenge because it was a much more original story, and the look was fire, so that would have been cute. That being said, having you in the bottom with this look, with this much construction and detail and whatnot, I was kind of like, I was feeling a certain way about it. But I do get that at the end of the day, maybe you didn't totally meet the assignment. But once again, there were some other people maybe whose looks were a little plainer or simpler than what you presented. Also, Queen Faraz, I was there for the Blackbird thing, except for the plaid. And Shanice, I liked your Whitney. In fact, you had several very funny jokes, even though this story went on forever, honey. But the baby in the bathhouse thing was just, ooh. Yeah, I hollered a lot. That was funny to me. And you had several other lines that were good. But yes, the editing thing, those stories that just go all over the place sometimes can throw off even a great look. So at the end of the day, it was decided that Shanice was going to be the one to take a hike this week and go home. I feel really bad for Shanice. I thought she was quite funny this season, and she brought a lot to the table. However, once again, this is somebody with a gift, and I'm sure that she's going to do fabulous in her future, so best of luck to you, honey. And that was it for Spooky Spooky. I know I went through that rather quickly, but it's like 800 degrees in the shade today here in Austin, even in my little haunted mansion here. So I'm sweating like a hoe in church, y'all. So bear with me here. At any rate, I'd like to thank once again all of you out there, of course, for tuning in and watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd like to do some shout outs this week to some people. Shout outs to Wilma Fingerdew, to Hillary Yass, to Flapjack, to Betty Whitecastle, to the Real Elvirus, just to everybody, to all of you out there. And why am I doing shout outs? Because it's my show and I can, damn it. Alright. Thanks to the drag clubhouse, y'all. The drag clubhouse, which is doing this fabulous cruise in October. So come out for that. If you like to see great drag on the high seas, you'll be there for it. This has been your ghostly, hostly, with less than mostly, Miss Kitty Litter ATX. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you next week. Bye bye now. No? No on the last? Well, I thought it was funny. Wah, 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 wee. Ooh.